Like, I don't know if I'll have that much filament. Oh wow, and it populated all the chat really fast. So I'm gonna.
Bamboo's got filament on sale still for $13.99 a
I
roll.
no, did you see that 10 pack? That's what I want. The
No, I
ten
didn't.
the 10 pack is unreal. We'll look at it in a minute. Hello everybody, and welcome to just drone therapy. I didn't really go over the top and make a whole bunch of extra, because it's basically the same kind of stuff as usual. Everybody wishes they had the Mavic 4, but we either have moved out from our life because we purchased a Mavic 4 Pro, or or we're just waiting for it to be reasonably priced. So that, along with the situation with the what was it, the Defense Whatever Act that Biden signed into law that put DJI on a time clock. Actually, all right. So before I go too far, I'm going to say hello, CT Pirate, and yes, I will do my best to remember John from Connecticut. Glad to have you very much. Warren Akira Show, glad to have you as well. Let's see, and AI came. I lost Randy, or did he
I'm
just
here.
go? Okay, anyway, and AI came up with this for me, but I loved it. It says, "Welcome to Drone Therapy, your aerial escape." I thought that was a cool thing for the show because that's what it is for me. That's the therapeutic part for me, is the escape from everything.
That is cool.
Yeah, and he was talking about that flying high in Florida. Glad to have you here. Scrolling. Brian, Waypoint, New England. Let's glad to have you. Scrolling. And Caleb read through the article I posted, and like he said, according to the article, there should be still no bricking, but you won't be able to purchase. And does the article say no DJI drones? Period. So, or nothing new. I did not read the article yet. So, and Calerbo, Warren saying hi to Calerbo. And rolling. Let me get down here. Da-da-da-da. Anybody new that I
Lloyd, the
missed?
grumpy vlogger.
Lloyd! Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger. Glad to see you. I'm glad everybody's talking back and forth. I hope
Hello,
somebody's
Lloyd.
at number one position. Scrolling. Okay, we're all caught up now. Nope, there's
Hey,
a couple.
Ron.
How's everyone beanie?
Hello. Hello,
We've been
Randy.
pretty good. We've been pretty good. My wife had a new bionic knee put in.
Cool.
So,
How's your
so
recovery coming from the knee
well,
replacement?
they finally activated it just today. So
Oh,
yeah, she's at 60% power. They won't let her go to 100% power probably for till after her birthday, which is only a few days away.
oh,
What? It's an actual battery operated knee?
No, I was being sarcastic
I
because
was
it
about
was
to
just
say.
saying that she has a bionic knee, and
Right,
and they're
right.
cranking it up so she can only run 35 an hour now. But by the time she's done, she'll be doing 60.
can you
And
imagine
she'll be doing
with
the
today's
bionic sound too.
yeah? Can you imagine with today's inflation, the $6 million woman would be like the $60 million woman nowadays?
Or no, it would literally be the $6 million wonder, and it'd be a couple of butterfly band-aids
Yeah,
and a staple.
yeah,
And they'd say, "There's your $6 million woman."
yeah.
Woo! Okay. So here's before we get really crazy. I was showing Randy this right before we went live. My son's getting married next month,
Oh,
and I was
congrats!
making. He saw something that I made, and he was like, "Oh, could you make those like poker chip size for giveaways?" And I can make them, and they come out really cool. This was the one I thought was really cool. See,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. I like the
Okay.
rings. Yeah,
And then I tried to make it small, but at first I started out with these because I didn't have an SVG made for the other stuff. So just kind of like, and my wife was like, "What is that?" Too, she was like, "Are they cartoon bubbles from like the cartoon comics?" Because she said they look like speech bubbles, and I was like, I looked at it again. I was like, "Yeah, okay, I see
he's
that."
right. They do kind of look like speech
So
bubbles.
here's the one that I like the most. This is the last one I made, but every time I shrink it down, see, this came out really cool.
Yeah, that is nice.
Okay. I mean, this one came out nice too with the rings, but when I make it small, it doesn't print the rings stuff worth of crap. And I'm afraid if I squeeze this one down too much further, it won't print the couple worth of crap.
Right.
So what I may have to
They
do,
don't scale well.
well, it's not yeah, plus I'm just now getting to where I can like design my own stuff.
Okay. A
So,
designer.
well, no, I'm like I created that. That's my SVG. That's I made that myself. Well, me and another program.
Tinkercad?
Huh?
Tinkercad?
No. This you can actually like this is you go to make my sign right
Mm-hmm.
in the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can create your like a line art or something, and create an
Mm-hmm.
SVG out of that. That's what I did with this.
Okay.
And then you can add. Well, I can show something here in a minute.
Now, Bill,
Hey, what's
Night Train
up?
saying flip
Flip
it,
it,
print on
print
a
on a
smooth
smooth
plate.
plate. I only have one plate though, Mike.
They got it. They had a deal going on. You could have got 4 plates for like
Well,
50 bucks.
I, I couldn't justify that. I like the 10-pack deal. Okay, since I've been
Mm-hmm.
babbling about that, I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Since I've been jabbering, Bamboo Lab filament. Filament. Where is it? Here you go. Yeah, let me share this. I gotta get this up here. Share. Ron, we're gonna make a 3D printer out of you yet?
If I ever get the office space for it.
Well, you don't need much. How much space did you take up with your first printer, Randy?
About a pizza box.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. See it over there, Randy, right there in the corner? Look at this
Mm-hmm.
bad boy. Can you see it still? Hopefully it switched. Yeah.
Yep.
10 rolls, 139, 34.90
So 135 for 10 rolls.
for 10 rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
But the
135.
refills, no spools. They're just refills.
So they're giving you 50. Oh, they're just refills. So they're 50 cents off of per roll when you get 10.
Yeah.
Because they're normally $13.99 if you buy 6,
Right.
and now it'd be $13.50 for 10.
Well, but the thing about it is this, you pretty much get guaranteed the colors. They won't. Sometimes if you order your shit, like I've noticed, like they'll say, "Oh no, we don't have that right now," and I'm like, or I'll place an order and they'll be like, "Well, this one's delayed, or this one's not here now, or it's out of stock."
They're
So but
completely
they
out of
have
Pet
these
G.
packs set up, huh?
Yeah.
Pet G, they're completely out of. It went on sale about 5 days ago, and
Uh-huh.
6 hours later it was all gone and has
Well,
been sold out since.
Night Train saying 6 rolls of refills are $13.99.
Yeah.
13.99. So this is 13.50.
That doesn't sound bad, right?
So you're still saving 50 cents a roll below that.
Okay.
So you're saving $5.
Well,
that's
Well,
still that's fine. That's that's still
Can you
not
choose
that
what-
bad.
and then enter the drone therapy coupon for more additional money.
Oh,
off.
we don't have no drone therapy coupon.
Now, Bill, can you choose what colors are in those 10?
Good question. Let me look again. I think it's just one of the what it's just there's one basic color palette.
Is it
So
all
it's what is
basic
it?
or matte?
Yeah, it's like that's a good point too. They look like just like matte
Basic.
maybe. I don't know. Says cautions for use, AMS light compatible. Oh, your two AMS are they both the new AMS or
No, they're the regular AMSs.
okay? So that's
Well, I don't want to get in any more hobbies where the equipment comes from China. I'll get into 3D printing and they'll start banning them
it's
too.
gonna freak out. It's gonna go. No, he didn't do that. Look at
But
this.
hey, Ron, all my 3D printing stuff comes from Jersey.
Really?
You can go to Best Buy and get our filament now, Ron.
My printer and my filament came from Jersey.
Well, they won't ban Jersey, huh?
They might have a hard time getting it to Jersey.
Is that the ones
but-
that you have to put like glue on the plate? I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
No, I don't. I have a smooth plate and I don't have to put glue on it at all.
Oh wow. Yeah. See, over 6 rolls is still $13.99. Oh, what? So you only get 6 at the lower price, and then everything after that goes back up. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I misunderstood what he was
It's
saying.
$14.99 for refills if you buy
Okay,
4.
Art
or more.
Co. Hello, Art. Glad to see you,
Hello,
sir.
Art.
Hairspray. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Like the old hairspray that when we were little and we found a lighter, we used to play at. Look, Mom,
yeah.
I'm Gene Simmons. Oh my God, the cat's on fire. I did that once.
You mean back when the hairspray cans were burning down the ozone, Bill?
We're
Put a
back to
hole in the
melting
ozone?
plastic. Yes, there we go. Aquanet, yes.
Yeah,
Aquanet,
Aquanet. Yeah,
yes. Yes.
that put the hole in the ozone, the Aquanet.
Well, that stuff's been around forever, man.
Ever.
Forever and ever. Remember, it used to be in the big cans, and it literally looked like fishnet stockings,
Yeah.
and it said Aquanet. And then when they said it was bad to have all that, bad for the ozone, then they put it in the pump bottle, and you can flame that even better. Yes, the aerosol cans,
Yeah,
yeah.
good old aerosol.
Because you could really blow a flame with them, man.
Oh
But then
yeah,
the thing
yeah.
about it was I don't know how many little dishes I would roast, like because I was a firebug when I was younger. I was a bad firebug. I
Speaking
even
of
lit the
bugs, if
field.
you had any bugs in the house, you just hit them up with that Aquanet and it kill them.
Well, we made a mistake.
Spiders.
Like this field next to the house. Yes, I'm going squirrel super early. We had this field next to the house, and it had those because this was when I was still living in Virginia, right, Southwest Virginia. And the field next to us was kind of marshy almost, but not super wet. And so we went over there and exploring and shit. And you remember when you was like 9 and 10 years old, stuff like that. You was looking for ways to, of course, our age. You was always looking for places to build a fort, places you could ride your bikes and build a track and stuff like that. So we were pulling those like dried reeds up out of the ground, and they were like about 6 foot long, and then we had them in a big old stack. And I had snagged a couple of packs of matches from my dad because he was smoking a pipe at the time. And he had
Okay.
this big old box full of matches. The not the cheapo ones that you would, the stick matches that
Yeah,
you
the
could
wooden
really get
ones.
good flame
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of. Well, so needless to say, me and a bunch of other friends all got together, and then they found our big pile of these dried reeds, and then they also found the matches. And the next thing I know, the whole field was ablaze.
Oh no.
Mm,
And I'm standing at the door going, "Oh God, my dad's gonna kill me."
Did they
'Cause I
make call
had,
the fire company?
I had a dad that was very into discipline. So anyway, but yeah, the field caught on fire. The fire department came by, doused the lot. And the cool thing was the lot sold 2 weeks later, and they built a house there. So they
And
didn't
it,
even.
and it
We
was
burnt the
already
field
yeah,
off for them. They didn't have to do
they
shit.
already get cleared the ground for
Yeah,
it.
they didn't have to do anything. The bulldozer just came and went. Brr, brr, brr. That was
welcome
it.
in, John. Flying Flow Media.
Hey, there you go.
Hello,
Hey, good to
John.
see you, sir. So you may have missed my firebug story. So if anybody gets a chance, you may want to roll that back a little bit because yes,
And,
I was
yeah,
quite
and
the
John, you
firebug.
also missed the Aquanet story.
Yes,
Bill,
the
Bill,
Aquanet story.
Bill was a pyro as a child.
Man, I even did like this. We did because Evil Knievel was like my idol big time when I was little. Of course, I had, I don't know if anybody was like me, but I had like 4 million personalities when I was a child. So this guy would be my idol one week, and then the next guy week would be. But Evil was my idol for quite some time, you know.
We all liked Evil back in the day.
So, but yeah, we would do bicycle shows, right? Where we would
Mm.
put the cinder blocks up and put the little board on it and run and jump over it, and you'd hit on that banana seat really hard.
Oh, banana seat. That's before
Yeah.
my time.
Oh God,
That's
man.
all they had at one point was banana seats.
That's all we. Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it was we would take Aquanet and we'd pour it on the ramp and light it on fire and then jump it.
Whoa.
As I said, I was a firebug when I was younger. So, anyway. Oh, wait a minute. What did he say? His son. What? I must
That
have
looked
missed
like an
something.
hour from me out.
Talking about Robbie Knievel.
Oh, Robbie lived at what?
Robbie was more my generation when I was younger.
Yeah, Robbie was nothing like his daddy. His
Nah,
daddy was like if the character I think that James Dean he took on that persona when he was Evil Knievel. He was, and I mean, and the man would be busted all to hell and gone and get up and still come to the microphone and talk to people.
right? And he was jumping like 500-pound Harleys. He wasn't jumping no dirt bike.
Exactly, man. And it said, and the thing about it was I think he did like 3 more jumps after it, but he would come to the mic and he'd go, "Everybody here, you've just witnessed my last jump." And then somebody throw another $2 million at him, and he will go, "I got one more in me."
Hey,
He
look,
got beat.
Caleb said he jumped the Seven Cedars Casino at one point.
Yeah, and that was the killer wreck, man. Because he hits the other side, and that's the one where he folds up and the bike rolls over top of him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they got it in slow motion, man. It's so good.
What was the wreck where he went over the handlebars? He hit real hard and then like flew over the handlebars. Is that the
Like
one you're
Jimmy
talking
Dean.
about?
And I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Jimmy Dean, that might be before Randy's time.
James Dean's before everybody's time. He died in the 50s.
But see, Warren's saying he thinks a sausage, but I think
Oh,
Jimmy Dean was before even James Dean.
oh yeah, maybe,
What?
yeah, maybe.
But I think Jimmy lived a lot longer than James.
I mean, James Dean's so old. He died before I was born.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that, Randy? Hello, old guys.
Drone laser.
Mike came in here too, and I was talking about. He said,
I,
"I don't have a
I
smooth
know.
plate,"
I know he's not talking to me.
so I knew I have to. I don't have a smooth plate. Anyway, so back to the subject at hand. We were talking about. I need to go back to where's it at?
We're talking about good sausages now from Jimmy Dean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going back to the article. So basically, I'll put it up here on the screen. I'm not sure what what it says in the Defense Act, but let me get back over here. It said I was going to share, then share, come back up here. Okay, this is on Drone DJ. Okay, and Ron posted this the other day, and it reminded me that this had already become law. Bill Johnson has a subject in mind. No, the squirrel always has my mind. So anyway, coming over here later, I don't want to subscribe. DJI, the world's leading drone manufacturer, issued a public message to American drone users. The future of DJI drones in the U.S. is in jeopardy. And it's not because of any new law, but due to a national security review that hasn't even started. In a blog post published by DJI, the company has praised the Trump administration's June 6th executive order aimed at boosting domestic drone innovation. The directive expands beyond visual line of sight operations, streamlines approvals, and supports wider use of remote ID technology. All steps DJI applauds, but the company says there's a much bigger issue that the order does not address. A long overdue audit that could determine whether DJI drones remain available in the United States after December 2025. Okay, so in the National Defense Authorization Act of 2025, which was passed by Congress in 2024, it said that there was
That's Miss Stephanik's bill.
Excuse me?
Stephanik's bill.
Uh, one more time. I had to pause the.
Well,
Say that again, Ron.
Representative Stephanik's bill.
Yeah. Yes. So yes, but that it found its way kind of pigeonholed into the Defense Act, which basically says if I'm. That's what I'm trying to figure out, and we still don't know the answer to that question. Is what's going to happen once they get put on that list? Because basically, if they don't do the audit, according to that, they go onto the list no matter what, right? So at the end of a year's time,
Correct. Yeah, correct.
they go onto the list, which would mean they couldn't sell them anymore. But at which point it wouldn't be nothing if they're not for sale anymore to just go ahead and say, okay, FCC, cut all those off. Do not let them have.
I don't know how difficult that is.
I don't know how hard it would be.
I don't know one way or the other.
Bike tripping with Brian. He's saying hi, Ron.
That's True Drone Reviews. That's his new name. He's doing mostly bike reviews now. That's
Oh
Brian.
yeah. Okay.
Hello, Brian. How you doing?
Yeah, I was like, I get it now, and I see the why, so it makes more sense.
He still puts up a drone video occasionally.
Well, and see, he still has moderator status too, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the article. is a defense act. The law requires a national security agency to conduct a formal assessment of DJI manufactured drones. That assessment was meant to be an evidence-based process, a way to determine fairly whether existing drone technology possesses a real risk or not. But as DJI points out, more than 6 months later, the review hasn't started. Without action by the relevant agency, the NDAA provision could trigger an automatic ban. Could or would? That's kind of vague.
So first of all, Bill, we don't know how long these reviews take. So that review probably has to be finished by that date in December, not started. So if it takes a couple months to do a review, we're really down to the wire here.
Yeah, and it also brings up that in March 2025, DJI formally requested the audit, and as of yet, nobody's done anything.
I guess their only hope is to get a lobbyist or whatever and put enough money in people's pockets that some agency is going to do the review.
Well, see, I got an idea, and I think you all need to put it out to these people. Let me see, where was I at with this? Let me take this down. So,
Hey, Bill, I'm going to stop for a second. You did see Brian's comment. He's recovering from lung cancer, so he's getting there as far as his recovery.
well, I'm very sorry, Brian. Yes, hope you feel better and get back to feeling good. And I see AZ Drone Dude is also in the house.
Hey, hello, AZ Drone Dude.
Roll. Hey, here's
Dan.
oh yes, yes.
Dan wants to
Dan's
talk
got
about
a point.
Spaceballs.
Yes, okay. We're gonna go Squirrel again. Did y'all see that? That the 90, what is it? 90? He's 98 now. Isn't it
Yeah,
like
Mel's up. Mel's really up there now. He is.
like 98 now. And he comes out and he announces. I didn't know he had announced Meaning of Life Part 2.
No, I didn't know that either.
I didn't hear that one, but I did hear Spaceballs. And Rick Moranis is going to return. He hasn't acted in years, man.
He's probably 90 years old too.
Well, no, he's about my age, but still, he hasn't acted in a long time. Because I'm trying to remember if I read it correctly. One of his children or his child had some kind of defect. So he basically just left Hollywood to raise her. Or it may have been that he just left Hollywood, period, to raise her, and had no, idea that. I don't think what we're talking about is it was embedded into that act. Okay. And it talks about
all these bills roll, the 1 year rolls over and they roll over to a different number or name or whatever. But I think this all started, this is just kind of the 2025 version of the bill she started a couple years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is if it's talking about here, when you talk about, it's talked about the impact on American drone users. DJI drones are by far the most widely used commercial drones in the United States. Fire departments, police departments, infrastructure inspectors, farmers rely on them. A sudden ban could upend operations, stall innovation, and force users to spend more on less proven alternatives. Thousands of businesses, public safety officials, farmers, entrepreneurs, and others would be cut off from essential tools. So that doesn't sound like just stopping sales. That sounds like they're predicting the worst of the worst.
Yeah, I mean, it all gets down to like some people. You never get a straight story on a lot of these things. A lot of people think all that stuff just means it's for, police, first responders, government, local government people can't use DJI drones. But other people think it's consumers too. Nobody ever gets the same story on what's being banned.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the way this is written is it's DJI period.
Johnny,
it doesn't
welcome
make a
in.
difference what it is. So I don't
Right.
let's see. I don't think my Facebook has been stolen this week, but okay. Yeah, well, no, I think it's awesome, but I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute. Hell, I'll look something up. Let's see. Spaceballs 2.
So they're filming Spaceballs 2 right now.
He came out. Oh my God, Tim Russ. You know what? The guy that makes all the sounds is
Bill
talking about
Pullman.
coming back. And he's going to bring the Schwartz with him. Oh, and oh God. So people are begging Rick Moranis. I guess I should show you this search page. Let's see what I'm talking about. That was not fair. Okay, so let me go. Let's remove that. Exit screen share. Ooh, what happened? And
Johnny Drone Flyer joined us, Bill.
hello, Johnny Droneflyer. Glad to have you, sir. We're talking about Spaceballs right now. We were just talking about because the statement from DJI makes it sound like they're seriously thinking that they're going to throw them out and just shut everything down and brick it up. Anyway, okay, so you can see the search I've got going on here. Let me get back over here. Yeah, so there's the guy that makes all the sounds and stuff, talking about coming back. 5 directors want to work with Rick Moranis after his return in Spaceballs 2. Oh yeah, Bill Pullman's still here too. He could
That's what I
come
said.
back. What was his
Is my
name?
mic working?
What was his
Check.
name?
Your
Mark?
mic's working.
What was his name in the movie? Of course, John Candy won't be back.
Well, unless they can AI him in there.
That because they did that. They did that in Star Wars with a couple of characters.
Right, right.
What was his name? Because he turned out to be a prince. Remember? Oh
Yeah.
God, what was his name?
I can't.
Lone
remember.
Star.
Lone Star.
Lone Star. Yeah, I think, wasn't that right? Wait a minute, let me see the chat. Let's see what are people saying. Wasn't that his
Lone
name
Star
in
was
the
it.
movie?
Yeah,
Lone Star?
they're confirming
Bill
it's Lone
Pullman's
Star.
character. I got to scroll down here. Everybody's been
Yeah,
checking.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah. Everybody's saying
Yeah.
Lone
Yeah, they
Star, Lone
confirmed it.
Star. Lone Star, yeah. There we go, yeah. That's because, man, I have to watch that movie after we get off. My wife will be like, what are you watching, man? I was like, we started talking about Spaceballs 2, and I had to
Is it
watch
streaming
it.
someplace now?
It's,
Spaceballs?
is it on someplace now?
Is it streaming? No, is it streaming now on one
Oh,
of
you mean the
streaming
original? I'm sure it is somewhere.
sites? Okay.
Yes, Spaceballs 2 is officially happening. Oh, in 2027. Is this? Oh, this would be cool if this is it. Oh, God. Yes. Yeah, it's on Reddit, man. Hang on, y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see. Yeah, you can see it right there. Look at this. Spaceballs. The Schwartz awakens in 2027. Oh my God, that means he'll be 100 years old. Mel will be 100 years old when Spaceballs 2 comes out.
Dan's saying the Meaning of Life Part 2 will be hosted on Hulu.
Oh, yeah, another good point. Dot Matrix won't be there either. Or her voice won't. Oh, okay. So the Meaning of Life is going to be on Hulu. Cool. So let's see. Where's I going to go after this? Okay. So my idea was, we know that Russ is always staying and putting up videos and constantly talking about how they're trying to take the drones away, right?
You mean 51 drones?
Yeah. And you don't see it come. Wait a minute. You're being a bitch again. Remove from scene. So, what if they could get like Russ and Aldrin and Billy and Ken and three other big channels, and have them all do like a PSA talking about how much you need to get off your butts and send stuff into your congressmen and your senators and stuff like this. Because I think if our big American, whatever you want to call them,
Influencers.
influencers, I think that would touch a lot more people and get to a lot more people than just like little shows like ours, just talking about this stuff. If you could get and then have all of them, you and Jake,
Right. Because we're kind of preaching to the choir, right?
right, yeah, because we all talk about it. It's like every other week,
Yeah.
But if we could get all of them to do a video together, right? And have all of them talking about how they're trying to take our drones away, you could get more people involved because I'm pretty sure that all of those followers that all those channels have, you're going to pretty much find all the little holes where everybody fits into the drone niche area. Okay, and you may hit some of the people that have the ability to go into other areas, but we need the people that are getting viewed the most to be the ones that are sending out this message. We need them to get together right now. Like I said, and Billy, Ken, Aldrin, Jake, Russ, 51 Drones. Who else? I know air photography's not from here, is he?
Canadian, yeah, Canadian.
But he could put his 2 cents worth in too.
Right, right. Potato Jack, he's not a true drone channel, but he does review all the big
But you get
drones.
what I'm saying?
Jevin
That's the only
Dovey.
way we're really going to, get push, because otherwise we're not going to get any bulk sent into these people to make a difference.
Yep.
Well, all I'm saying is those are the people. The people have always had fight in them. Were always the little guys, Dan. The little guys that didn't really. But the people who have the most influence are the ones that need to be jawing about it now. It can't just be Russ by himself because Russ is limited to his 300 plus thousand subscribers. But you put all of those people lumped together, and you're talking probably 2 million subscribers, and that's going to pretty much cover everybody you could, and you're going to unite more people or get more people in on the subject that way than, like I said, because like you said, Ron, we're preaching to the choir. We all know it's there, it's inevitable. We've been fighting it off here and there, and I'm not sure that the little tidbits that have been done by the drone community have really made that big of a difference, other than the fact of one side trying to piss the other side off. We're not going to do what you want to do because you're that party. We're not going to do what you want to do because you're that party. And that's why shit just gets screwed up all the time. So that's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, the one thing the parties seem to agree on is getting rid of drones. That they can agree on.
Exactly. So we
I
need
think
as many possible people as we can to mobilize. The
I
only
think
way
first
to get
responders
do what now?
first responders are going to be our best hope.
Right.
Getting
Well,
all
what
the
I'm trying to say, I understand what you're saying, but exactly. But a lot of your first responders have worked with all of the bigger channels. So them putting out the video is going to push to the forefront. Like I said, there's a bazillion of these all over YouTube talking about exactly about us losing our drones. But most of those channels only have, maybe they're under 10,000 subscribers. So
right.
like Ron says, we're not hitting anywhere that we need to hit. We need the big channels to use their influence to get more people involved. And the only way to do that is for us to say, hey, you need to hook up with Russ and Jake and Aldrin and Ken and Billy and uh, some FBV pilots too, and get all them in there. And you got like 10, 15 heavy hitters, and there's your thumbnail. You just have them all standing across, and that's the thumbnail. And they're all saying, we need to keep our drones. We need to act now.
And they
And
need to
they're going
push
to
the
hit
right
10 times the people that we're going to hit.
they need to push the right narrative, like make sure it's all about safety and saving lives and stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what's going to really resonate with
Exactly, but the whole point is we need them. They're the ones that have the people listening. They're the ones that have the ears to their, whatever they put out. The ones that come to their channel the second they drop something. Those are the people that we need to have this video on. Because Russ he's trying really hard. And I'm not trying to I totally get what you're saying.
Your words right. We need a big briefcase full of money, Bill.
Wait a minute. You need guys that put the professional side of it when. Yes. First responders can help, but if the federal government cut, local authorities checks to cover.
Right.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand that we like Bob preaches it constantly. You talk about it a lot on your show. I know that Bill, the drone reviewer, talks about it a lot on his show. I'm sure that it comes up a lot when the Florida guys are doing their shows. You know, that whole crew. But we're not getting to enough people. Those big channels. Can you imagine if we had like, and I'm not trying to be either way, if we could get like 5 FPV guys and 10 big channel guys, or we could mixture of, whatever number, 15, to where we could have them all across the top of that thing and have them all put the same video up at the same time on all of their channels. That voice will be heard a hell of a lot more than just us. And I agree about the first responders, but we need some kind of larger voice. And we don't have that voice right now. We're just smacking her. We're doing the old Monty Python, bring out your dead, smacking the board against her forehead. We're just
we're
not getting it
yeah,
done.
we're Mind Python Holy Grail. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, good to see you, buddy. Glad to have you in
Wow.
the house. We're just talking about how we're worried about. Well, I'm worried about a bunch of stuff, but tonight's subject is how we're worried about the National Defense Authorization Act. If they don't do the audit of the DJI drone by the end of the year, then it goes on the covered list and could potentially be banned from being sold in the U.S. And it doesn't specify as to what. But if you read the way DJI is talking about it, they're terrified that they may brick everything because it does not sound good. Because their statement said, and I say it again, thousands of businesses, public officials, safety officials, farmers, entrepreneurs, and others would be cut off from essential tools. So if we've already got tools over here and they're working, and we all know that DJI is going to be above anything else in the U.S. for the next 10 years, how would we be cut off from essential tools unless they're expecting the FCC to shut the door on everything?
They're coming for our drones.
Yeah, they're coming. They're going to pry it from our cold, drained RC2.
Lon said in the chat he thought it was ordered that it ought to be done. Um, if it
Well, but
was Lon, who ordered it?
we switched over, and the other party's in charge, so they don't have to do shit. They can just let it go and go. Oh, it's the end of the year. Okay, they're on the covered list. Yeah, but the thing about it, good news is, yes,
Lon got
I
it
heard
done
about
before.
that. You lucky fucker. I want one so bad I'd almost give up a testicle.
But Bill, if you're right about them cutting off the older drones if they don't do this thing, he's got his Mavic 4 for 6 months, and then it's cut off.
Oh, when he did, but according to what DJI said, as of March, they still hadn't done it.
I'm not down you, Lon, but can you
Hang
can
on,
you can you show us where that's
that would be
that's
freaking
spraying
awesome. I
someplace or
would go.
whatever?
I'd turn cartwheels.
Yeah.
Because
Again, I hope you're right, but do you have any like little articles saying where he
that's what
pulled
we're
out a
that
spot?
article there is what we're referencing and what we've been talking about.
Okay.
So I was letting him know where we got our info from, and this is what, like 3 days old, maybe.
Yeah. Okay,
And
a
I
couple
think
days
that
old.
DJI would be crowing if Trump had ordered it, because they specifically talk about how much they praised his. Remember the order? They praised his executive order about, in a blog post published by DJI, the company has praised the Trump administration on June 6th executive order aimed at boosting domestic drone innovation. So as of June 6th, it still hadn't been done. So that's the thing. He may have ordered it, but he said do it on New Year's Eve. He said that way I can say he did it.
Yeah. Lon saying DJ has no reason to brick existing drones. Take it down a notch. Why would they do that? Well, Bill just read the passage that he thinks references that. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Because
if
DJI in their statement says that they would be cut off from essential tools. And if we still had their older model active drones here in the U.S., then we wouldn't be completely cut off from those tools. We wouldn't have, the top of the line, yes, but it says cut off, and that's what I don't like, and it's DJI's wording. It's not,
Yeah, I was DJI's response bills reading.
yeah. So I'm just like, "Ugh." It said DJI's message is clear. If no agency takes the lead and completes the required review, a silent automatic ban could take effect, not because of any proven threat, but because of bureaucratic inaction.
Lon, I pray you're right.
And he says, for American drone users, that could mean losing access to trusted, affordable tools with no fair process to explain why. That's coming from DJI. That's coming from DJI.
Look at Dan's comment. Bye bye DJI.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't have to they wouldn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I pray Lon's right.
I do too. I want a Mavic 4 Pro. I don't want them to go away.
I don't want my existing drones to not fly anymore, Bill.
Good evening. Hey, how's it?
Hey,
Wait a
Bill.
minute. Costco has, what is it? A new cake. It's peaches and cream. They have a new cake, peaches and cream.
Uh-oh. Good?
Yes. I almost got one about a week ago, but I walked by because I thought for sure I'd get, one of them. What did you, because every now and again, like the other day, I heard, because I bought. You ever heard of Tim Tam cookies?
I think you told me about them, but
Yeah. Well, I found. Hang on, I'll be right back. Y'all just talk for a minute.
I'm the only one here, so I guess I'll talk for a minute, folks. What we don't talk about much in this show is the people who got in on the Kickstarter type thing for the little, the little drone with two arms, the V-copter. If you paid your money ahead of time, it was supposed to come in June, and we're now on June 18th, and I haven't heard word one from V-copter yet. So I hope that thing's still scheduled to arrive before the end of June. Randy, did you see the V-copter Mini when they had that kind of big Kickstarter thing a couple months ago?
Yeah, I did. Did you order one?
I got in on the early pricing or whatever, and it's supposed to come in June. There, Bill's back with his Tim Tam cookies.
Chewy caramel. And they make like 5 different flavors, but that's the best in my opinion.
Lon's point out you can still buy used Huawei devices even though they were banned years ago.
But I think this is a different. Huawei's not. Is that the list that they're talking about putting them on? I don't know for sure. I'm praying to God I'm completely wrong.
I don't know what list Huawei's
But
on.
the wording in that article does not sound good. The fact that they keep saying cut off from essential tools. Cut off means don't work no more. I'll come on.
Bill, send it over to the drone therapy lawyers. Let them examine it.
But I still think that it would be much more. It
Like I
would
said,
reach a
Bill,
larger
send it over
audience.
to the drone therapy lawyers and let them examine it.
Well, I'm just saying, I still think that, like, because they're always, how YouTube's talking about collaboration. But if all those figureheads that I told you in the drone community put out a video, like a PSA, and they all published it on all of their channels at the same time, I think that there would be a lot more email.
The Mac Daddy of all collaborations?
Yeah, exactly. In the drone community, I'm sure there's been other areas have been bigger, but I'm just saying.
Randy, what are you printing over there?
What's Randy printing over there?
I just finished up the last of a couple light boxes I had, and I'm printing something for my daughter right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
a jewelry box.
You did that too.
Wow, cool.
So
Yeah, I have a big order I gotta deliver tomorrow, and I have 4 light boxes that need LEDs in them, and the lights said they were delivered today at 12:30 p.m. in my mailbox. Well, I checked the mail and they're not in there.
You got porch pirates?
No, they weren't. They didn't drop them on the porch. They said they put them in the mailbox, but they wasn't in the mailbox.
He's saying, do you have people that would come by and rob your mailbox?
Oh no.
Well, I don't know. Wait a minute.
But I had to order.
You got a camera on that mailbox?
I got a camera. It was on my house, but not on the mailbox. But I have a. It's actually a
Wait,
locking
wait, wait a
mailbox.
minute, wait a minute. So they're complete, but
Yeah.
okay, but they still have access to the FCC network. Are they still? Because how else would you be able to buy a used one and use it?
Apparently so. Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm talking, they're hinting that the FCC would revoke their which would, from what I've heard, would be a pain in the ass. But just the article itself and the statement from DJI, and the fact that as of June 6th, apparently this was written like what 2-3 days ago. So let's say the 15th. There was no update as to it being ordered or any agency taking upon itself to do that.
Yeah.
I hope
Thomas
so
Baker
too.
saying cutoff means not being able to purchase any more DJI drones.
Yeah, but like also Lon pointed out something else. If there is a ban in place, DJI has no further obligation to the US. What's it from them to just not shut the drones off themselves?
Lon's
They're not going
saying
to lose
use.
anything.
You can buy a brand new Huawei phone right now and use it here.
Is that what he said? I
Yeah.
mean, you better have every commercial drone user sent letters to their clients about what the government is doing. Sorry if you're going to have. Okay, you can buy a new one. See, that's what I'm talking about. USPS will even market
Oh.
deliver today early, but remember tomorrow.
Okay, so Randy may be in there tomorrow.
Tomorrow it's closed.
Why they close tomorrow?
Oh God, no! It's a new
For a
secret
holiday?
holiday. It's a new secret mail holiday. There's very little reason. Very little.
Okay,
Ah,
well, that's
okay.
good
So we
news.
can't. So why won't my Mavic 4 Pro?
Well,
Oh wait a minute. Okay, let me rile you up a little bit. Did you hear?
oh
Oh
no.
God! Oh
Now, did they
oh.
pause Mavic 4 shipments? Look at John Coopy. Sold all my drones today. Moving to
That's right
3D
there.
printers.
Down there.
FPV is dead.
That's the running gag on this show,
Yeah,
man.
well, guess
Doom
what?
and gloom, doom and gloom.
3D printers could be next.
Well, no, I'm praying to goodness in heaven above that Lon is completely right. Because I
Yep.
want a Mavic so bad. Like I said earlier, I could almost give up one testicle, but
I,
almost.
I'm with you, Lon. With you all the way.
Wait a minute. What do you say?
And Dale says Guam may be cut off too.
But there's nothing in it for them to keep them on either. It's
Well,
not like it would be
I
that
mean,
big a deal.
but there would be an effort to take them
As
off, but
people have pointed
there's
out,
no effort to keep the
they're
status
claiming.
quo.
I heard on a drone show earlier. Sorry, Ron, but I heard on a drone show earlier that the rumor was that DJI snubbed the U.S. with the Mavic 4 Pro because of all the BS with the trade. So my point is if they've gone that far to keep their flagship drone out of the U.S., what is it from them from flipping a switch?
Okay. Well, let me move on to a slightly different thing. Will they snub the U.S. with the DJI 360 camera, the DJI Nano camera, and the Mate 3? Will they snub us in July?
I think all the camera gear will come in like normal.
So they don't care about snubbing camera gear.
No, it won't. I want Lon to be right. I do.
Yeah.
The stock market is closed tomorrow. What the
Oh.
hell's going on? I don't. There must be some. Oh, tomorrow's that Juneteenth thing. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
We missed a
We're a little
holiday.
insensitive there.
Okay.
But anyway, I get it. Tomorrow's a holiday,
Okay.
so no mail tomorrow.
And no stock market.
But if he's DJI put a pause for 30 days, maybe they're just waiting and got their fingers crossed that they can get stuff worked out and they'll be cheaper by then. What cabs? What? Oh, what were those? They were like self-driving cabs, man. I was like, that was like that didn't make
Oh,
any sense. Why the
Waymo,
hell
Bill.
did they?
Waymo.
Waymo, yeah. I was like, why? What did the cab do to anybody? That made no sense whatsoever. And they tacked like three of them. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? I mean, it's the poor defenseless car. It's just trying to take people from point A to point B. I mean, that's vehicle abuse right there. That was just ridiculous. And I still the whole point was I don't. I think I would have already pre-programmed my vehicles. Like, please do not go to the demonstration area. You know, I think that would be something I would pre-program. Do not go anywhere in that part of town. Then they just get all of
Right, if it's a computerized car, just don't let it go to where the protest is going to be.
exactly. I would just program in there that cannot go anywhere with the 500 block radius of this part of town. Done.
Yeah.
Because eventually that's what they did. Because I think they got, was it 5? It was 3 or 6 or how many?
I don't remember.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go way off the ranch.
We're going off the reservation.
What is that show that skin? I'm gonna way off the Skinwalker Ranch. What if they sent out a firmware update and bricked everybody's drone? That is a possibility.
A rogue
People would be
firmware
screaming,
update.
"Don't update your drone!" And everybody would be like, "It's too late. It's now."
Well, but what if I never let my drone see the internet again?
Just by
Donnie's right.
oh
Donnie's right.
no, I don't think so.
The
Okay,
Air
if you
3
had a
is
choice, Randy, I know you got the Air
it's
3.
just a mini
I know you
Mavic
got the
4.
choice. Would you take the Air 3S at its present price? You know, not present price, at pre trade war price.
Yeah.
Okay, this would be and the same thing pre-trade war price on your Mavic 4 Pro, and you had a choice between. Let's say you did not have the Air 3S or the Air 3. I mean,
Or
would you buy either the Air
any Air
3S?
3, Air
Would you
3.
buy the Air 3S or would you buy the Mavic 4 Pro? Would you save money and buy the Air 3S or would you buy the Mavic 4 Pro?
If I didn't already have one. Yeah, I agree with you, Bill. In a perfect world, but we're far from perfect worlds. That's not a good. That's not a good matchup at this point.
Yeah. Although, man, I tell you, it took up forever for my OG Mavic 3 to get GPS lock today. It was like
It's
the
still
old days, man.
no. The Mavic 3 is still slower than most drones.
Well, because they left out the best one. What was it? The
Chinese one,
GLONASS or whatever.
or the Russian one.
I can't remember which one they left out. I think it was the Russian one, maybe.
Yeah, it's still slower, but it's doable though. I mean, because
I
of
don't.
custom
I just
issues.
want them to get all that Waymo. Yeah.
Line of custom issues. Well, why is the Matrice 400 available for sale if customs issues are 100%?
Yeah. Whoa, yeah, easy, boy. You don't want to do that. You get all stirred up in the chat. Lily came. What? I must have missed something here. Oh yeah. Yeah, they called them to pick them up and burned them. That was, I was like, why? Why, man? Why? What would that poor car do? It was like, but the car, yeah. That was so crazy. DJI released Waypoint Cloud Storage because of allegations are still. I thought that they were all on Amazon servers anyway.
But no, what Lon's saying is the rest of the world got that thing where your waypoints are in the cloud. So There's one drone that you can have it on another drone, but of course, that's not available for the U.S.
It took me a second to catch up, but I realized what they were talking about because John, because we don't have anything stopping us anymore. Only the thing that stops us now is our free will. Remember, we don't have anything stopping us anymore. It's like, oh, you're in an area where you should not be flying, but I'm not going to stop you.
Right.
Remember,
But that one article,
off.
in Trump's executive orders, they talk about coming back with that network remote ID again. That we talked about years ago.
Okay, well, refresh my memory what that was.
Well, your drone, to fly your drone, you're going to have to connect to Wi-Fi or cellular at some point, and you're going to have to be on a Wi-Fi network, whether it's cellular or your house based to fly your drone.
Oh yeah, here you go. Dale says more than 4 weeks before they can order the Matrice 400. Well, okay, well here's this. Here's this, Dale. You gotta wait 4 weeks and then you can order it. Can you order a Mavic 4 Pro in 4 weeks and get it here? See, that's what doesn't make any sense. Why is why are there specific models so difficult to get through customs? Like Dale already knows that he after the 30 days delay or whatever, he can order that drone and get it shipped over here. But why is it not like that with the Mavic 4 Pro? Why did we have so much trouble? Was it the Air 3S?
Air 3S had a little trouble too. Yeah, yeah.
You know why did all that happen? It
But
doesn't
but,
make any
but yet
sense.
but yet a drone nobody wants like the Flip got through, Bill.
It just don't make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, why did the Flip get through?
Ah, that's messed up.
Yeah, I mean, Lon's right. Even though they did tariff it up to $2,399, they put it on sale for $1,599. So essentially, DJI ate the tariff on the Air 3S Fly More Combo.
Oh,
You
so
can still buy it for the same price.
but we can't order a Mavic 4 Pro off of the site.
No, it's not on there. Not on the US
It's not
site.
there.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. The Matrice 400's there, ain't it?
Yeah, it's there. You can look at it on there. You
You
can't
know
order
what
it,
I'm saying?
look
But
at
we
it on
can't
there.
even look at
Yeah.
the Mavic 4
No,
Pro.
no.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, and then we had all that. You know, people keep saying customs cut, and I'm like, okay, but we can't. Wait a minute. What's he saying? They're charging $500 for Care Fresh. Yeah, exactly. Good point. That's a real.
Lon, who do you mean they're charged?
That's ridiculous.
They're charging $500. Lon, could you get Camera Refresh on your Mavic 4 Pro?
Yeah, it's what he just was saying. I think.
He got it, huh? For $500.
Oh, he said they're charging $500.
Oh,
Into my
on
car.
insurance,
Yeah, it says
service
outside.
plans.
Oh, he tried to order the Matrice 400. I still want one. I want to do exactly like I did the last time. I want to get the drone. I want to get the good controller. I want
Yes.
to get a battery charger and one extra battery, and that's it.
Well, Bill, you're a very careful flyer, so you'd probably be okay with the Mavic 4. You wouldn't need the Camera Refresh.
No,
Yeah,
none of my drones. I haven't had Care Refresh on my drones for.
But because
probably-
you're a very safe flyer.
Oh God!
get it right
man,
now
If
on
Angel
eBay.
was here, he'd be laughing his ass off. If Angel was here, he'd be laughing his ass off. He tried to order flips today.
Oh, he couldn't get a Flip, huh?
Told Goggles 3 are done. Did
Already?
you see this?
A lot of stuff on DJI, like the Goggles 3, if you go to the DJI website, it says not available in our region.
It says available on anything you look at on the DJI website.
Right, but if you go to like the sale, the summer sale, and click on stuff, you can get to it that way.
Be careful, Caleb.
Huh, wow.
Like the Avata 2, if you type in Avata 2 and go to try to buy it, it's unavailable in our region. But if you go to the summer sale and click on it, it'll let you buy it.
Finally got, what was it? I finally got
can't get
two Avata 2 Flymore kits minus the Goggles 3 shipped from Malaysia. Wow. Wow. Is forcing people. Wow.
I think anybody who really wants a Mavic 4 just drive to Canada if you're above, the Mason-Dixon.
But I thought they said that you would get charged the tariff when you came back with it.
I mean,
don't
we don't
know.
know. But right, if you don't care about the Care Refresh or the whatever, even the 1 year plan, just order from the South Korean guys. They're really not marking up all that much.
You can get the Mavic 4 creator combo right now on eBay for $3,700
From South Korea.
from South Korea.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
shipping
with,
on that
with,
gonna
with
be-
the caveat you can't get Care Refresh or even the 1 year warranty.
That's what I'm. That's what I've heard.
Go ahead.
That's what I've heard, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure.
Oh, okay. So driving in Canada is not viable. Okay.
Yeah, and driving to Canada is going to be much more expensive than ordering from South Korea.
Wait a minute.
Let's
Wait.
live in.
What? Wait.
Right.
What if you buy it in Canada, activate it in Canada, and buy your Cara Fresh while you're in Canada.
You probably need. Of course, you would have to. But if you register under your own name, they would know you don't live in Canada.
Start a new account.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean the whole point is, and then what are they going to say to you? Oh, 6 months later, you're shipping it from the U.S. Oh, I moved.
Right.
I moved.
Yeah. There you go, Bill. You got it.
I mean, that's the. I mean, yeah, and
It's
like
like
we
is
got we
Johnny
got on the little
saying
loophole side so
is Johnny
far. I'm sure people will
Johnny
find
saying
more.
Lon cannot get Care Refresh? Is that what he's saying?
Uh,
I thought somebody said earlier that
I thought
Ron was
somebody
not
said
able
that
to.
he did get
I,
it.
I don't know of one person who bought their drone from South Korea that was able to get
Wait a
care
minute,
refresh.
didn't Zach?
Zach was not able to get care refresh.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was.
No, he wasn't able to get it.
Hmm.
Well,
But
at least as of when he got it, I don't know if there's been
Philip,
updates, but you can only get care refresh in the first 24 hours of ownership. So if you can't get it right away, you won't be able to get it down the road.
and Rama's
right.
got it for 27. What was the Mavic
Philip,
3?
you can
Okay.
go on eBay and get a new Avata 2 drone only for about $400, $390
On
on
eBay,
eBay. Yep, Avata 2 standalone. He was asking where he can get a spare Avata 2
okay,
drone only.
there you
Yep.
go.
You buy it all on chain.
Where's the
He's a
ship
pretty good
from,
guy.
Randy?
He is.
Um, I believe
If,
it's Korea. I think
Yeah,
so.
look. So you would need a
if,
Canadian address. What about, okay, so you just put it on the hotel you're staying at. Give them the street address and just say apartment 3042.
well, it has to be a real recognized postal address.
Well, I mean, you could
Or
probably, I
hit up
mean,
Jim Boshart.
if
Jim
you can get,
Boshart used his address.
if you can get, but if you can get pizza delivered to an address that you're in a hotel, then a hotel should be a valid address. I mean, I'm the superintendent. I clean. I'm the maid.
Thanks, Lon, for the correction. You can get care refresh anytime, but you have to send in the video and proof of
I don't
operation.
understand. What do you mean by illegal 90-day extension?
Oh, yeah, Trump extended TikTok another 90 days.
So why is it illegal then?
Um, I'm not a lawyer.
I don't know either.
That Avata 2 is coming from China, Ron.
No, you can
Okay.
get.
Yeah, we'll get him without tariffs.
I don't know, but
Oh,
how
okay.
much
You
are
see what he's
tariffs on
saying?
$400?
You can get.
I just read that, Bill.
Okay, so I'm way behind. I need to catch up.
Yeah, sorry, I
DJI
was jumping ahead.
sent me my Vata 2 loan separate batteries, remote and charging hub. I was gonna do that. Go to the hotel.
Of course, Lon lives in Michigan, so he's a lot closer to Canada
Hey,
than
yeah, there you go. I was on a
I am.
work
Work visa.
visa.
Yeah, there you go.
That is funny. I like that.
Uh,
I'm sure
I was
there's
like,
loopholes you can exploit if you really want to.
yeah, I mean, if you want to put that much effort into it, to get a drone
well,
that
I mean, here's the deal.
you have no way of getting fixed if anything
Okay,
happens to it.
you could
Right.
probably they've probably got it in stock somewhere in Canada too. So if you're going on vacation, like me for a week next month,
Yeah, little vacation.
and you're say somewhere where the drone might be available during that week. Then you go into the store and you say, "Hey, can I pay you here and then have you deliver it there? But I want you to make sure that the slip says that you're delivering it there."
yeah,
This is the purchase point, and this is where
but I hate to be you hate to be turned into a smuggler.
Okay, so earlier we were talking about this, about how I did this stuff, and I'm not making all this stuff completely 100% by myself, but like you come over here, you can do image to keychain, right? You bring up this tool. Did it come up over here?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And you can see where I've made different stuff. See, there's the. Oh shit! Why's the phone ringing now? Oh, what's that time? Oh crap! Hang on, I'm gonna mute. Y'all go ahead and talk.
We're behind the screen now, but Brady, I go back and forth, but I pretty much decided I don't want to. I don't want a Mavic 4 if I got it. Basically, uh, number one, smuggle in the country through Canada or get it from South Korea with no safety net at all if anything happens to it.
Right.
I mean, if I was bringing some kind of mini drone, if that was only $300, if it crashed and I had no recourse, oh well, that's $300. But like $3,000 up is a whole different ball game.
I agree. I agree 100% because I was this close to ordering a Mavic 4 Pro the other day from South Korea. It was a
Yeah,
creator combo for 36.99,
right.
but I just couldn't see myself doing it without any guarantees that I'm going to get covered with a warranty or care refresh. It's not a risk I want to take. If
And
something
even if they
happens
do
to it,
start selling the drone in the U.S. down the road, 3 months down the road, so that doesn't mean that they're ever going to take care of us who bought it early. I mean, they may,
right,
but there's no guarantees on that either. But hey, Bill,
right.
before you go to another subject, I'm going
Come
to
on.
run tonight. I got a big day tomorrow, and I've got some stuff I got to take care around the office. I won't have any time to do it in the morning, so I'm
Yeah.
going to kind of get that done tonight. But I do want to, before I go, I do want to give my quick streaming recommendation.
Yeah.
Bill, HBO Max. And
Right.
is that what they call it now, HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching a new series called Duster with Josh Holloway from Lost, and it's made by the same kind of producer that made Lost. It's set in the early '70s, and he's kind of a driver for like a
Whatever they
hoodlum
hire
or
him for.
whatever. And I've watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes. It's got real potential, Bill.
Yeah. Guess what my first car was?
I, uh, now you told us about that zooped up car.
And the thing about it was I
That was the
wrecked. I
Duster
had
before
I,
you had
this
that
was
other fast car.
I was going to that was when I still lived in Virginia. I was driving to the Bristol Mall, which is now a casino. Had my girlfriend at the time with me in the front seat, and my mom was in the back seat. And this was back in the days when, you know, enterprising young men who didn't want to pay the extra money for decent speakers would wire in stereo speakers and stick
Right,
them in the
right,
back window.
right.
Right. So we're driving along, and there's an 18 wheeler next to us in the other lane, and he signals like he's going to cut into me, right? And I was 17 years old, I think, and I thought he was, so I was trying to slow down and get out of his way, and I stomped on the brake, and it locked the car up, and it started going under. It was going underneath the trailer in front of the two rear wheels, right? And I looked over and I said, "Please let the hood pop up." And no sooner than we got over there, the hood popped up and scraped up the side of the trailer and swerved us back over in the other lane.
Oh wow, what a story!
Yeah,
That sounds like a seat and duster.
it was
Yeah,
pretty wild, man.
but anyhow, that's a great story. So anyhow,
Well,
have a
before you
great
go,
rest
I
of
wanted
the
to
show.
tell
We'll
you I
see
finished
you next week.
Mobland finally, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
And
I
you know
even told
what,
my
Bill?
wife, I was like,
They haven't officially been signed up for a season 2 yet. Can you imagine if it doesn't come back?
"Oh God, I don't see why they won't bring it back."
Oh, it was highly rated, but nothing.
Especially when he's told Cat where to stick it.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That was great. That was
Because
great.
he's like, because he said, "You remember when you said in that world that I would tell you to fuck off? This is that world."
Yeah, yeah.
And
He
then he
what's his
gets
name?
up and
He was at the
leaves.
top party. But good night, folks.
All
See you
right, see
next
you,
week.
Rod.
Have a
Thanks a
good week,
lot.
everybody. Good
See you,
night.
Ron.
Hey, Ray Kelly. Okay, so anyway, like I was talking about, you can get a picture or you can create a picture. You can see over here. Over here, I don't know if you can see my cursor enough. I made this with AI. I made that with AI. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
brought it in here, told it to remove the background. Then I downloaded this, but you can download it as an SVG from here, right? Okay, and then I come back over to looking at the other tools. Come down here to make my sign, and you can see where I've taken these. And you start out with a blank. You can make whatever. Get this off of here. It gives you all kinds of templates and stuff. You can use those. Or you can come over here, circle, triangle, star, whatever, and then start designing from there. And you can come up here, you can add text, stuff like that.
Right.
And then SVG, you can see, it'll tell you, you can browse it and bring it in, and you can see the ones that I had earlier. Go back. They're saved down here. I don't need you. So that's as far as but it's a simple thing to do. You can take most anything, and then let me go ahead and stop sharing you. Oh shit! What the hell? Remove from scene. So anyway, you can take anything. What I did first was turned stuff into like line art, and
Mm-hmm.
then once you get it turned into line art, it's easier to turn into an SVG. But like I was
Mm-hmm.
saying earlier, this stuff when I shrink it down, it screws up the rings. So
Yeah, you
and
might have
this
to make them all one color.
they wouldn't stand out that way then though.
Right.
But yeah, but he was wanting me to make them like I guess like this size.
Like chips for like poker chips for everybody.
I don't know if it was that or maybe he was wanting it to be like a keychain, something you could just like throw on the keychain if you wanted to. And I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know, son, but I can print something. So, like I like that. I thought that was cool that it came out that. And all I did was take the logo and convert it to line art, made it in SVG, and put it on the Make My Sign thing.
That's cool. I'm using a app called Inkscape. You can take photos and stuff and turn them into SVGs that you can bring into Tinkercad or directly in the.
There's another one out that will build an entire 3D file for you, and all you have to do is give it a picture, and it does it on Maker World too. I haven't ever used it, so I don't know how good it is. Oh, fine, be that way.
Captain Joe, welcome in.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Let me get back
I don't
over
know if
here.
you heard Captain Joe wrecked his Avata too.
Oh no, I did not hear about that.
Johnny's show, he showed the video. He was going
Oh,
through the tugboat down where he flies, and he caught something inside the tug.
oh, Dale's leaving. See you later, Dale. What is this Pioneer?
Tugboat Joe, that's his new nickname.
Tugboat Joe. What is this one? Trying to see if anything I've missed. Trying to see Tugboat Joe. Yeah, Johnny agrees with you. Okay, let's see. Is there? Let me look at on the old
Yeah,
Twitter.
the Bamboo Studio has a lot of features that you can use. You just
Yeah.
gotta learn. Like I'm getting ready to print a light box of my YouTube logo, and it looks
Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't think it looks worth a shit, but supposedly the Mini 5 Pro picture. Where is it at? Hang on. Igor got the picture, and so it doesn't look that impressive to me. Let's see if I can make this go here. I don't. Why have they got those stupid ass cages on? That looks like it could be a 1 inch. That's for sure. That does look like it could be a 1 inch sensor. I know y'all can't see it on yours. Hang on.
yeah, it looks wide.
Let me
Like
get the
I
link and
know
I'll put it in there.
the Mini 4 Pro camera is wide, but it looks thick, like vertically, like up and down.
Here's the link to the actual photo. You all can check it out yourselves. But when I go over here and look at it, oh, there's two sensors on the side now. So it's got like 360-degree obstacle avoidance.
That's a big gimbal. If you look at the gimbal, it's huge.
Yeah, it's massive. And it looks like you can see the arm reaching weight. It's got that new. No, it doesn't. It's not the new one, is it? What is that? It doesn't look like any of the others though. But the four cameras on the front are wild.
Brother Chris, welcome in. Chris Hope.
Hey Chris, what's up, buddy? Let's see, Control Plus. Nope, it won't go no bigger. Excuse me. Um, I don't like the cages. I
Yeah,
hate
it
the
makes it look
cages.
like the flip. It looks like the
Yeah, just
flip.
I hate the cages, and it makes you wonder if it's not. Um, I don't want to say not aerodynamic. What do I want to say? Oh, stop that shit. What am I wanting to say? Uh,
250 grams.
like no. It's not stable yet. So
Right.
they're trying. It's crashing a lot. So they put those prop guards on it, and it's kind of like it might be heavier in the front with that big gimbal on it,
Right.
and so they're having a lot of, a lot of. So rather than having to put new props on it every 15 minutes, they put those cages on it, and because
Makes
they're still
sense.
testing it.
I'm
He
just wondering.
also Jasper made a hint the other day. He said he knew when the Mini 5 Pro was going to be released,
Yeah, I seen that. He said a little birdie told him
but he
the
couldn't
release
tell
date, but
anybody.
he's got to verify it first.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, so I feel like we should all get on our Twitter tonight and say, "Little Birdie told me when the Mini 5 Pro was going to be
Right.
released," but I
Which
need to
bird?
verify my sources first.
Chris wants to know which bird told him.
Yeah, exactly. Which bird told him?
I want to know
Maybe
what
it's,
if that's a 1 inch sensor that's going to be more weight. So they had to take weight away somewhere else. So what are they? What are we losing to gain that 1 inch sensor?
well, but you saw that picture. It had. That's what blows my mind. It had, it still had the front sensors, the obstacle avoidance sensors, but on the back of the head,
Yeah,
right on the
yeah.
back of the head, it had two more sensors pointing back.
Well, the Mini 4 Pro has those, right?
I don't know if it's got the smaller cameras. It doesn't have the big ones. They're like
Okay.
two smaller cameras. So they've just added two larger cameras, and let me see.
And instead of they might be making it more efficient so they can make the battery a little smaller, maybe.
I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's see. Yeah, they're smaller, but that picture, the drone looked bigger. Now that I see this,
Is that the Mini 4 Pro you got there?
yeah, because here's the front, and then here
Oh
there's
yeah, they look like fisheye. Yep, you're right. They look like fisheye sensors instead of the little flat ones.
but they've added these, but but the thing about it is it looked bigger
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they were like it looked like it was, let's see, like further back, like here where the motor was, where those other sensors were mounted.
right. And the gimbal wasn't part of the frame, like how the whole body comes out and wraps around the gimbal. It didn't
I
have
don't
that.
know. It could have been that gimbal. Let's see. It was kind of like, no. How was it? He had it. It was down. No shit. I don't know. So maybe like this. No, this way. To you all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The sensors are definitely bigger, no doubt about that.
And look at this camera, and that's a 3/4 inch sensor right there.
Yeah, that camera was thicker like
Yeah, it
just
was.
up and down.
Maybe they put two lenses on the son of a bitch. Would that not be messed up?
That, uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I'm like, how do you feel? I don't know what I want to feel about that.
that would be a stretch, but I wouldn't put anything past
That
DJI.
because the it looked way too big. I'll put it
I
up here.
want I want to see the Avata 3. I want to see what's going on with that.
I think it's still testing and it's early. But like he was saying earlier, let's see. Hey, Mr. Hope, Mayday. What? Crocheting area, cool. What all's going on? We fly beyond, and that happens a lot. I'm not trying to miss anybody.
Because a couple
Um,
things I would like to see on the Avata 3 would be bigger motors, stronger, more powerful motors. Make it a little bit more modular so you can replace stuff on it. You don't have to just send it in every time you break something.
yeah,
And maybe a little bit bigger camera sensor or um what do I want to say? Yeah, like a bigger camera. Because other than that, I think the Avata 2 is perfect. Besides the smaller, it needs bigger motors.
that thing is way bigger than that little camera's on the front of this. Way bigger. I know you need to check the link, Randy, and then just make it full size when you get there. Because
Right.
that you look at it, it's huge, and the head. Now they might be the same size. They've just kind of broadened the head to put those other obstacle avoidance on there. I want to copy it one more time. Throw it up in the chat. But that's where you need to look at it at, because that
Alright, I got
sensor's
it, man.
huge, man. Hey, Jody, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I can't,
It won't
I
let me
can't,
zoom. It won't let me zoom it. If I try to make it bigger, it just pops right back to this size.
I got it.
I'd have to take. Ooh, yeah, I could do that. We'll just save the image. Yeah,
That's why I saved it to my desktop and then zoomed in on it.
and that's what I'll do. What do I do over here? Okay, get rid of you. Come out. Remove from scene and share screen. No, I need to do cancel. So first I need to share media. Yeah.
And those propellers, you look at those propellers, they're funky shape. They're like wide and swooped back on the ends.
Where did I save you to? Screw it. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I can hear my wife talking Tagalog. That's costing me money.
Well, maybe I was saying how the body doesn't come out around the gimbal. That's a place they can save weight.
Mm. Where did I put that son of a bitch? Oh, that's what I did today. Is that the first one? Let's see. When is this? Was this today? No, 4. Here's one's today. Okay. I was trying to see. I actually flew the drone today.
You got it?
Agree. I'm trying to see. My backyard is like a field of blackberries trees. Oh yeah, that came out nice. I'll do that. I'll share that part. Which one are you? 304. Okay, coming back. Can you zoom Google? Oh, I don't remember where I saved it at, so I was playing with something else now. What did I say? 304.
See, I got it right here. I can pull it up.
Go for it. Whip it out.
All right.
But I don't think we can zoom it.
Let me see.
You might be able to on your end.
No, because it's... No, it won't let me zoom it because it's...
Yeah.
The way it shares on here, it's not sharing my screen, it's sharing the file.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, here's what I was going to share. This is what I did with the 3 today.
Mavic 3?
Yeah. See all the blackberry bushes behind my fence?
Mm-hmm. This is the Mavic 3 OG?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And have you ever, what about fly spots in the fly app, where it talks about people can tell you where it's okay to fly at and things like that?
Yep.
I think it would be cool because, I've seen this a bazillion times, but, on different days you can see all the way into Canada, mountains behind me. You can see, all kinds of different stuff. So it would be cool to share the spot that I have because it's private property and people could fly there, and have it like people would contact you and say, hey, I'm going to bring 4 people over on Saturday. Could I fly in your backyard? And you're like, yeah, sure. Thanks for asking. And then somewhere down the road, those people might have a place somewhere else. And you say that you go, hey, can I fly at your places? Or you may not be there and not answer the phone, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of, because I saw one on my app here locally, and it says that there's a fly spot, but then you go and look at it, and it says there's 3 different restrictions, and you can only fly 50 feet, and I'm like, that's not a fly spot.
Say you really, I mean, you're in a prime location in the country for flying a drone. You got water near you, you got mountains, you got the city.
My biggest problem is I don't go, like when I go into the city,
Right.
the times that I go, usually I'm going through the city to go to my kid's house, and spend time there. So I do fly down at their house sometimes because I can get a killer view of the mountain down there.
Yeah.
And when it's a clear day, Man, it's awesome seeing rain here. I did it with the Mavic 4, the Mini 4 Pro, last time I was down there.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, this is, you can see over here, it's spinning around. Amazon, that's Amazon over there, and they have their own water reservoir that's just for them. So they have their own clean drinking water, all that stuff, and they have their own reservoir. It's like a lake that they built over there when they bought the property.
Right.
It's not huge. Don't get me wrong, it's not huge, but I'd say it's got every bit of 60, 70,000 gallons of water in it.
That's cool. Mike Night Train said he made a sign for the bathroom door that says extruding in process. I like that.
Yeah, that
I
is
like
pretty
that.
cool. You should sell that. Put it on.
Yeah.
I dare you to put it on Maker World like that. You'll get shitload of points because people will download it right and left. And Maker World might actually like that idea and give you brownie points for it too.
Can you like design stuff in the Maker Lab and then put it on Maker World? That's what I want to start doing.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. They'll offer to. Like when I did finish make my sign, it asked me, "Do you want to share this?" And I'm like, "Why would other people want my son's wedding date?"
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like the littlest, tiniest, simplest stuff will have like 700 boosts.
But a lot of stuff. Here's what I would advise people to do. If you want to design something, you use AI to help you design it so that it's original and it's yours. Because a
Right.
lot of places now are cracking down on what they call copyrighted material. So
Etsy.
yeah,
Etsy
so
just
you
cracked
won't
down
be
on
able
it.
to sell your stuff. So use AI to help create stuff because
That's a
then
good
it is
idea.
original and it's yours.
Right.
Like I still use ideogram. It's pretty cool because it does really good with text and with what I want it to make. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I like about. Oh, here you go. He's already put it up there. Oh, he searched for one and it came up. So it's mine.
Huh.
Let me
Okay.
see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm gonna download that right now.
What does it say? Why is it not saying
What I
fast
like.
3D? No, so it's not Mike. This is somebody that is funny though. I
Yeah.
don't
So
think
he
my
didn't.
daughter
He
would
didn't
like.
design it. He printed it.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, you could do that. But I heard that ChatGPT in its present uh, whatever version played the old Atari 2600 8-bit chess game from like
What?
1977. And the Atari kicked its ass because because ChatGPT couldn't remember like the moves of what went where. It was confusing rooks and bishops, and it wouldn't move knights properly. It didn't know how
What?
to castle, So the Atari was beating the shit out of it. It would go so far and then just concede. But the thing about it was the Atari. It just had the basic rules, but it didn't have any way to like really sophisticatedly think about it like ChatGPT. I just thought it was
Right.
funny. It does more. It does more than just like you can have it create thumbnails and everything now. I wouldn't call it just a language model because that's where people were going. The little 3D characters and shit. That's where people were going to originally make those was on ChatGPT. You would explain it because I don't remember what it was. It gave you the exact code, and then you just pasted in your picture, and it came up with it that way. But it was funny how it would get frustrated. But I'm still talking. We're still talking about a 1977 8-bit processor. That's saying something.
Yeah. No doubt.
Anyway, oh, we're right there at the tail end of it. I know it wasn't very festive. If anybody can find me a good deal on a Mavic 4 Pro, I would be very grateful. I'm
What's a
not
good
going to cry.
deal?
I'm not going to cry if I can't get a care refresh on it or not.
I'm not worried about the care refresh so much as I am the warranty if something happens.
Oh yeah, true.
And I wonder if you buy it from South Korea, and you need it to get fixed, like something breaks, can you put in a repair order with DJI with it? I don't see why you couldn't, because it's their product. Even though it don't matter where it was bought,
Yeah, but
it's
the
still
thing
their
about it
product.
is you would have to pay full price.
Well, usually it's not a whole lot to get it fixed. They're pretty
Right.
reasonable.
I would, but the thing about it is I don't know how that would work. It
You
would
got to
be
pay.
something that you would probably have to ask DJI directly, but they don't
Right.
mind talking to you about it.
Shipping is what's going to hurt you if you well, unless they're still fixing it in the U.S., then it shouldn't be bad.
But like I said, people were talking about, well, it's the same price on the website, and I'm like, we can't even look at it. So I don't know about. Every
Right.
now and again, I'll use the website that Russ came up, which is for, where is it for? South Korea, maybe. I think it's the one where we can actually look at it and stuff. So that it's not available here in the U.S. Yes. Okay.
You
Anyway,
can see it on the Canada site, right?
yeah, I think so. All right. Thank you very much, Randy. I know you got to get to work and it's late for you. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes, sir.
And do you have anything coming out you wanted to share with the great people?
Not lately. I've been real busy. I've just been doing
Sorry.
3D printing. But it's supposed to be nice the next couple of days. I'm gonna try to get some footage and work on something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. We're supposed to have a couple days of possibly a little bit of rain, and it's going to be pretty. I'm going to try to get up with Angel, possibly. I really need to go down there and get the city because I do. The way I do
Yeah.
things is different from everybody else. So who knows?
I've still never flown a city, so I really want to get to Baltimore and try to fly some of that.
All right. Thank you very much, people. Y'all have
All
a
right,
good
see you
night.
guys.
Live long and prosper, and go watch Mobland. It's finished.